From Peninsula TV Studio in San Carlos, Pacific Bell and the Chronicle present the Bay Area's hottest game show, Peninsula Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome to Quiz Kids, the show where speed, knowledge, and collaboration are the tools these kids need for the chance to win valuable prizes. We've got two very strong teams, so I'd like to introduce them to you without further delay. First of all, we have the Capuchino Mustangs. And they're taking on the South San Francisco Warriors. And we'll have a chance to chat and schmooze in a little bit. But first, let's play the collaboration round. So we're going to start off by having you guys work together. I'm going to ask a series of questions. Each question is worth 10 points. I will ask first the Capuchino team, and you will have 10 seconds to collaborate. If you get the answer, have Ray, your captain, tell it to me, and I'll give you 10 points. If you don't get the answer, I will give South City a chance to steal. You'll have 5 seconds to collaborate and come up with the correct answer, and Mark, your captain, will tell me what he thinks the answer is, okay? Good luck to all of you. Let's start with Capuchino's first question. What author could not resist taking jabs at Princeton University in his most famous novel, The Great Gatsby?
Fitzgerald.
F. Scott Fitzgerald is correct for 10 points. She earned a Best Supporting Actress nomination for her role in the poignant film Boys Don't Cry. What is her name?
Julia Roberts.
No, I'm sorry, it was Chloe Sevigny. Hilary Swank won Best Actress, or was up for? Yeah, she was fantastic. Next question. Spain still owns what islands off of the west coast of Africa, and which are named for a type of bird?
The Canaries.
The Canaries is correct for 10. South City. What relationship describes a line which touches a circle at only one point on its circumference?
Tangent.
Tangent is correct for 10 points. They're happy. All right, Capuchino. Known as La Pucelle, who was the savior and later the martyr of France who drove back the English in the 1430s?
Joan of Arc.
That is right for 10 points. Many consider former Raider Ray Guy to be the best player ever at this position. What position was that?
Punter.
He was punter for 10 points. Renoir and Monet were leaders of what French art movement in the mid-19th century?
Impressionists.
Impressionists are correct. South City. Oh gosh, Zacharias Janssen and Hans Lippershey invented what device? My producers are laughing at me. Invented what device which made Galileo's observations possible?
Telescope.
You got that right. 10 points. My apologies to the Janssen and Lippershey families. Next, Capuchino. What part of France was settled by Vikings in 911 and turned into a powerful duchy?
Normandy.
Normandy is correct for 10. South San Francisco. The first issue of what influential sports publication was published in 1954?
Sports Illustrated.
That is correct. Mark could do that one with 2 team members tied behind his back. I saw that. Next. The novel The Moon and Sixpence is based on the life of what French post-impressionist artist who moved to Tahiti?
Jules Verne.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect, but you can steal it, South City, if you could tell me the name of this artist.
Can you repeat the question?
The novel The Moon and Sixpence is based on the life of what French post-impressionist artist who moved to Tahiti?
Monet.
No, it was Gauguin. But it is your turn, so I will ask you the next question. In which city is the United Nations headquarters located?
New York City.
That is correct. Mark will let you play later on. Don't worry about it, guys. This maniacal captain of the Pequod seeks to kill the whale that bit off his leg. Who is this nemesis of Moby Dick?
Ahab.
Ahab is right for 10 points. Mark. Her father, John Voight, is a fellow Oscar winner, and she married Billy Bob Thornton. Who is this tattooed actress?
Courtney Love.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect, although I do think she has a tattoo. Can you tell us, Ray?
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie is correct. And that's 10 points for Capuchino, and you get the next question. Sumatra, Java, and Borneo are three of the largest islands in what enormous island nation in the Indian Ocean?
Indonesia.
That is right for 10 points. South City, you have twice as many quarters as nickels and no other coins. If the total is less than $2, what's the largest amount of money you can have? Mark?
$1.65.
That is correct. Good work. Nice work, Michael. Next question to Cap. On March 5th, 1770, British troops fired on a mob of colonists and killed 5, including Crispus Attucks, in what precursor to the Revolution?
Boston Massacre.
The Boston Massacre is right for 10 points. What coach was known as the creator of the popular West Coast offense?
Hoyt Wilhelm.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can steal, Cap, if you can tell us the name of that coach.
Phil Jackson.
No, I'm sorry, it was Bill Walsh. It's Capuchino's question. On the border of Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda lies what large African lake?
Lake Victoria.
Lake Victoria. That is correct for 10. South City, what is the term for the decimal point with logarithm? What is the term for the decimal point with logarithms?
Exponential.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Can you tell us the answer to that, Cap?
Base.
No, it's a mantissa. A lovely poetic name for a mathematical term. Isn't that nice? It's like you wear a mantissa. I don't know. I'll move on. He is not a senator, but his first and middle names are Edward Kennedy. Name this jazz pianist who wrote Mood Indigo and Caravan.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you a chance to steal, South City. Can you tell me?
William Edward Kennedy.
No, it's Edward Kennedy Duke Ellington. And that sound signals the end of this round, and the score, South San Francisco 60, Capuchino 100. Good play. Well, let's take some time out here and meet our team members. First, we'll go to the Capuchino team and our captain, Ray Giusti. Ray, it's been a while, but you were here last season, and welcome back. Now you're a senior. And I understand you're planning to perhaps study political science, go into law somewhere. Have you any ideas where you might want to go to college?
No real. I guess California State University system. Or,
Whoever takes you.
yeah, pretty much.
It's still early. But I understand in your free time, you like to scuba dive.
That's right.
That is a very mysterious thing to me. It's something I will probably never do. And I wondered, where do you scuba dive most of the time? Where do you do that?
Most of the time, I just go off of the Monterey coast.
Which is a very popular place.
Yeah, very popular. A lot of divers.
What is it like down there?
It's It's alien because you're underwater and it's cold and you don't really have any orientation, but it's very beautiful. The kelp forests in Monterey Bay.
What's the strangest sea creature you've ever seen down there?
Well, once I heard whales.
You heard whales? Yeah. Oh my goodness. So you can hear it down. Oh, that's great. Oh, wow. I'm still not going down, but what the heck. Now I understand, just to help you out, you brought the smarter member of your family here, your sister. Yes. And I noticed Sarah's whispering in your ear the answer through most of the first round. So you must feel very happy that she's here. But Sarah, you've come into your own. You're a junior. And obviously, when a team is put together for Quiz Kids, they try and come up with a diverse team with diverse interests. So what is different about you from your brother?
Well, they needed a woman's touch, so that's what they needed.
Absolutely. Is that true at home, too? Do you kind of rule the roost? Or?
It's 50-50 at home.
50-50 at home? Oh, well,
it's
good.
pretty equals.
Okay, all right. Well, welcome and good luck to you.
Thank you.
And your team is rounded out by Brian Murphy, who we were talking earlier. You're a very serious guy, Brian. I noticed. No sense of humor whatsoever.
Not at all.
And yet they still make you responsible for a lot of satirical articles in the school paper.
I like doing those.
Did you cover the recent election at all? Mm-hmm. Just in case we get put in a time capsule someday. What would you say was the easiest target about this election?
Oh, God, where do I start? Come on.
Well, you know, that may take us longer than we have in this game. And then you're thinking of studying, you're a senior, so you've got to think about the future too, and you're thinking of either English or computer science.
Yeah, you know, it's good to be interested in a lot of different things, you know.
Absolutely.
Broaden your horizons.
Absolutely. Try and do a little bit of both because they'll both come in handy. I would like to introduce your wonderful coach, Miss Barbara Regan. Welcome. Barbara, I'm sure you wish your team well, but first they're going to have to take on the South San Francisco Warriors. And Mark Kachi is back on the team. He's a senior now as well. In fact, we've got 3 seniors here. So now you guys all have to sort of share your futures with me. Do you know what you're going to do?
No, I got a very tough decision to make because I applied to some colleges and I'm deciding whether to go to college after high school or go to the Army first and let the government pay for my college.
Well, listen, that is a tough decision. I'm sure you'll make the right one. How are you going to make this senior year great and fun while you try and decide what to do next year?
One thing I do is like, you know, people dare me to do a lot of stuff because, you know, I'm young and, you know, might as well. So like a few days ago, a couple people dared me to dive into a puddle and I did it. And
dive into a puddle?
Yes.
Was it a really big puddle?
Yes, it's a very big puddle covering the soccer field, and all the PE classes were watching, and it was pretty fun.
Did you get anything out of this?
Respect.
Oh, that respect, yes. Well, that respect's a good thing. We won't make you do that today. But we are going to make you work with your teammates, including Michael Kong. Michael, welcome back. After last year, you were here too. You're now a senior as well. And I know last year we talked about how you're interested in physics and that's what you want to study in college. Last year, in fact, I mistook you for a senior, and I understand you demanded to come back here so that I would get it right. What else are you doing this year?
Well, I'm the student body treasurer, and I'm working with the STARS conference. It's a leadership conference where we try to teach younger students to be leaders.
So you work with underclassmen, or?
Yeah, generally it's like middle school and high school.
Oh, that's great. So future leaders of South City will come and take your place eventually.
Yeah.
Good. Well, welcome. That's a great thing that you'll do. And this is George Andrews. George, earlier I was told by a classmate of yours who's in the audience that you've changed your name. Your real name is Georgie.
Who said that?
Well, I'm sure that being a senior, you're going to want to, you know, move on and grow up and, you know, in your future be known as George. But I'm going to call you Georgie.
All right.
And I understand one of your major activities that you've been doing since you've been in South City has to do with creating future business leaders.
Yeah,
what is it that you do?
I'm the president of the Future Business Leaders of America, and we help students that come to South City. We help them like develop leadership skills and things like that. Like, for example, we go to many conferences where we meet interesting people from all around the state of California, and we do various activities with them, helping them develop leadership skills and to plan like their future and what to do later on in life.
You said that very well, Georgie.
Thank you.
Isn't that cute, Georgie? So when you are a big business leader yourself, will you go by Georgie or George?
I don't know. George.
George, all right. We may switch to George by the end of this class, but first, let's meet Kyle Killeen, your coach. I just called this a class because I always learn so much from these kids, and but it's really a game show, and it has to be governed by a wise and benevolent judge, and we have the best. We have Mr. Frank Saboti. Frank will keep me honest for the next 2 rounds, and I'm going to get ready for them, but first, let's watch this video about Capuchino High School. As you can see, we've brought out the experts from each team, so it's time to play the face-off round. Sarah from Capuchino is an expert in current events, and Mark from South San Francisco is an expert in sports. So I'm going to ask you questions one after the other. You'll have a short period of time to come up with an answer, and if you get it right, you get 10 points. If not, we'll toss it off and go to the next question for the other team member. Ready? Good luck to both of you. Let's start with you, Sarah. The Material Girl has 2 children. What are their names?
Rocco and Lourdes.
That is absolutely right for 10 points. Mark, your first question. Who was the first black quarterback to lead his team to a Super Bowl victory?
Doug Williams.
That is right for 10 points. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in the year 2000. What is this Asian leader's name? It was South Korean President Kim Dae-jung.
Yep.
All right, next question in sports. What college basketball team did Michael Jordan play for?
University of North Carolina.
That is right for 10. Sarah, your next question. In the 2000 elections, what state elected a deceased man as their senator whose widow will serve in his place?
Missouri.
Missouri is right. Mark, former San Francisco Giant pitcher Randy Moffett is the brother of what famous woman tennis player?
Judy Moffett?
No, it's Billie Jean King. I didn't know that. I learned so much here. Next current events question. What is the new common currency of the European Union?
The euro.
The euro is right for 10. Name the San Francisco Golf Club that has hosted 4 United States Open tournaments.
Lincoln Golf Club?
No, it's the Olympic Club.
Olympic Club.
Sarah, what Middle Eastern country did Israeli troops finally withdraw from after 18 years of occupation?
Lebanon.
Lebanon is right. Name the player that has scored the most touchdowns in NFL history.
Jerry Rice.
That is right for 10 points. Stay right here. You two did a great job. You brought the score for South San Francisco is 90, Capuchino 140. Both of you, well played. Stay here. All right, we'll be back for our final round in just a moment, but first, let's watch this video about South City High. Good job, you guys. All right, it's time for our third round, the fast-paced lightning round. All right, the Mustangs are leading the Warriors, but in this round, the points are doubled, so it's anybody's game. I'm going to ask you to all put your hands on your buzzers, but it looks like you beat me to that. I'll ask a question. The first person to buzz in gets the chance to play for their team. If you get the right answer, you score 20 points. If not, the other team will get the chance to collaborate for 5 seconds and come up with an answer, and I'll ask the captain to give me the answer in that situation. And we'll play until the time's run out, okay? Good luck to both teams. Here we go with the first question. The melancholy Dane refers to what title character of a Shakespearean tragedy? Yes, Mark?
Hamlet?
That is right. To buzz or not to buzz? That was the question. All right. What last Persian ruler did Alexander the Great defeat and overthrow? It was Darius III. Next question. James Oglethorpe received a charter from George II to found what colony? Yes, George.
Georgia.
How did you know that, George? And from now on, he will be known as George. Its loyal fans are known for their dairy-style head. Yes, Ray.
She says, or Green Bay.
Judge? Keep going.
Wisconsin. Packers.
Okay, there you go. Tell me more, Ray. Tell me more about your life. Next question. This could be the slowest lightning round in the history of our game show. Canadians mourn the loss of a former prime minister. Yes, Sarah.
Trudeau.
Trudeau is correct for 20. What device invented in 1960 can store energy and release an intense beam of light? Yes, Ray.
A laser.
The laser is correct for 20. Petruchio is given the task of pacifying and marrying the ferocious Catherine in what Shakespeare? Yes, Brian.
What? Romeo and Juliet?
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can still get 20 if your team can come up with the answer, and I'll finish the question. Petruchio is given the task of pacifying and marrying the ferocious Catherine in what Shakespearean comedy?
Much Ado About Nothing?
No, I'm sorry, it's The Taming of the Shrew. We'll keep going. Ang Lee is the filmmaker of which recently released movie? Yes, Sarah.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Isn't that the greatest movie? 20 points. I loved that film. How long is the term of a member of the U.S. House of Representatives? Yes, Mark.
2 years.
2 years is correct. What important invention did Alexander Graham Bell complete? Yes, Mark.
The telephone.
The telephone is right for 20 points. Dromio and Antipholus are twins. Yes, Sarah.
Comedy of Errors.
Comedy of Errors is right. What is the international term named after a certain spot in England by which yes, Sarah.
Greenwich Mean Time.
Aren't you glad she's your sister? Next question. The long rule of the PRI in Mexico was finally ended with the election. Yes, Sarah.
Vicente Fox.
Yes, that is right. The rest of you can go home. Sarah and I will just entertain the audience. What does the acronym NAFTA stand? Yes, Mark.
North American Free Trade Agreement.
That is right for 20 points. He won the Heisman Trophy as a quarterback from Stanford and later. Yes, Mark.
John Elway.
No, I'm sorry. I'll finish this question. I'll finish the question. Stop it, George. He won the Heisman Trophy as a quarterback from Stanford and later led the Oakland Raiders to the Super Bowl. What is his name? It was Jim Plunkett. Did you know that, Georgie? Yeah, sorry. Next question. What British mathematician, philosopher, and peace activist collaborated with Alfred Whitehead to write the Principia Mathematica? Yes, Ray.
Stephen Hawking.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Can you steal this?
Can you repeat the question?
What British mathematician, philosopher, and peace activist collaborated with Alfred Whitehead to write the Principia Mathematica?
Winston Churchill.
I'm sorry, it was Bertrand Russell, and we have 1 minute to go in this round. What former communist country is the Pope's birthplace? Yes, Mark.
Poland.
Poland is right for 20. This activist called this ancient redwood tree home for 2 years. What, Sarah?
Julia Butterfly Hill.
That is right for 20 points. What form of power did Scottish inventor James Watt advance in the mid-18... Yes, Mark.
Steam.
Steam is right for 20. Inspector Javert chases Jean Valjean through the sewers of Paris. Yes, Ray.
Miserables.
Les Miserables for 20 points. Identify this ballet by Tchaikovsky, which features the dance of the sugar plum fairy. Yes, Sarah.
Swan Lake.
No, I'm sorry. Identify this ballet by Tchaikovsky that features the dance of the sugar plum fairy.
The Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker is correct for 20 points. And that signals the end of the round in the game with the final score. South City 250, Capuchino 320. Mark, Michael, Georgia, you guys played so well, and I'm sorry you didn't win. But Capuchino, you get to come back in a future round and take on another team for the chance at our big 9-day trip to London, courtesy of our friends at ACIS. So we look forward to seeing you soon. Good job. And I look forward to seeing all of you again. Come back and watch us soon. Until then, goodbye. Hey, good job.
This year's champions will be winging their way to London for an all-expenses-paid 9-day adventure to some of the world's most historic sites, courtesy of ACIS. The producers of Peninsula Quiz Kids wish to thank the following: The Chronicle, Pacific Bell, Molly Stones, Target, Jamba Juice, Century Theaters, Silver Terrace Nursery, AEIS Ronald Bland, Samtrans, and the San Mateo County Office of Education.